Hi Virgo, welcome to the Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today I'm going to do the general Virgo reading for the month of September. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you know your sun sign and it's Virgo, you're in the right place. If you know your moon and your rising signs, make sure to look for those as well. I went ahead and already pulled the spread, and I've got two cards roughly for each week to get you through the month of September. This is kind of a natural linear progression. It doesn't necessarily mean it's divided divisively into week by week. Some of these energies will hang around longer, some of them for shorter. All of them will be subject to your own personal situation, so take what resonates and leave what does not. In the first week of September, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is this is Sun in Virgo, so this is your energy, Virgo, and it's your birthday month. Happy birthday. It's paired with the Nine of Pentacles, which is a really linear progression from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, which means there's a lot of forward momentum coming into the first week of the month. In the second week of September, we have the Adjustment card, which is the sign of Libra, which is the sign right next to yours. So again, I just get the sense that you're moving forward into Libra season, through Virgo season. It's paired with the Page of Swords, which is an air sign energy as well. And in the third week, we have the Three of Swords. It's paired with the Fool in reverse. And in the fourth week, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. And that is paired with the Six of Swords. Okay. So, first week of September for Virgo. This is your energy, like I said. I feel a real sense of like inner calm, inner refinement. I mean, when we come across our birthday month, right, there's always kind of a moment where we reflect back on the year, think about where we're going. You know, it's a really natural course of action, you know, around our birthday month. And so I get the sense that you guys really are looking at yourselves, looking at your own energy, looking at your life path, and just taking stock of where you are and where you're going. It's paired with the Nine of Pentacles, which is, again, all about being in your own energy, feeling your self-radiance, feeling your self-esteem, kind of plucking the fruit that's ripe from the path that you've created for yourself. And so I get the sense that many of you are very at peace right now, very at peace with where you are and where you're going. Yeah, it feels really natural. There's a lot of flow happening. There's a lot of excitement. Maybe you guys are having some low-key, possibly birthday celebrations. But I feel a lot of love around you. I feel a lot of support around you. It feels really, really calm. And in the second week of September, we have the Adjustment card, Libra. I think many of you are asking yourselves, because I felt this in the first week too, you're taking stock of where you are, and many of you may be asking yourselves if maybe just about the greater karmic sort of responses to your life, right? Because when we're looking at where we are from a karmic perspective, our lives are the logical result of all of our choices, right? I mean, outside of the childhood situation where, you know, we don't have control, as we come out of childhood and into adulthood, we start making all our own choices, and that can be influenced by what we've experienced in childhood, but ultimately as an adult, we have our own free will, and we make all of our own choices regardless of where we were before. And so this may be a moment in which you're asking yourself, am I happy? Am I on the right path? Am I finding the balance that I need, and am I doing the work that I came here to do? And if not, what do I need to do to adjust? It's paired with the Page of Swords, which means you're thinking about a lot of things. You may have some new ideas for where you want your life to go, to kind of kick off the new year for you in a good way. Again, there's just really, really calm, really grounded energy, even though I'm pulling air right now. There's a sense of grounding and a sense of maybe logical step-by-step action that you want to take in your life, and you're kind of making a plan for yourself, so that you can do what you came here to do. And it's paired I'm sorry, in the third week. In the third week, we have the Three of Swords, which is contributing to the kind of overall sober effect of this whole kind of energy frequency that's being emitted. This is a moment in which you may be grieving the times, and I think I said this to Leo too, grieving the grieving the ways in which you have not shown up for yourself in the past. We all do this. This is not an accusation, but this is a really honest, authentic feeling of, where in my life did I not show up for me? Where in my life was I not present? Where in my life did I not take the action that would have gotten me to somewhere that I wanted to go? Where in my life was I not holding space for my own emotions and my own healing? And these are really big things that I'm saying. Really big things that might be coming up for you. It's paired with the Fool in the reverse. And I think you may be facing a lot of your fear this month, many of you that are ready to move on and ready to work with this energy. You may be facing a lot of fear of, I think specifically times in your life in which you could have taken a leap of faith and gotten yourself to a new, kind of frequency, new level, new platform in your life, instead of just repeating the same cycles over and over again, right? And this Fool in the reverse, it really feels reflective, like it feels like, okay, where in my life did I not jump? Because the Fool in reverse, it can be, these are really big energies, and I'm actually struggling to put words to them because there's a lot of feeling behind them. The Fool in the reverse is like every time that a job opening, like a job opened up and you didn't take it, or a job was offered and you didn't take it. An extension of friendship or relationship was offered and you didn't take it. Meditation practices were offered, pathways of healing were offered, truths and teachings and authenticity, an opportunity to level up your own frequency is offered, and it's not taken. And so this Fool energy, it may kind of feel like you're really reviewing all the times that you didn't take something that would have gotten you to the next level of your life. And this isn't to say that you should bring judgment or shame to these things at all. It's to say, how can I, in a practical way, because you're Virgo, you're an earth sign, right? You have the Eight of Pentacles with you, you have the Nine of Pentacles with you, where you're saying, okay, how do I adjust this? You have the adjustment card, which is the sign of Libra, which is the sign of balance and karma, with you. So you have all these energies available to you to just ask yourself honestly and authentically, how do I prevent this from happening in the future? How do I turn this Fool back in the upright and start taking opportunities and allowing energies to flow through me and allowing my life to really pick up again? And this is, the Three of Swords is an honest grieving process, and you have to go through that grief to fully let go of the old stagnant energy so that you can truly move on. Otherwise, you will be stuck in this grief, and what happens when you're stuck in the grief and you're choosing not to feel it is it contorts on itself, and it becomes anger, it becomes depression, it becomes shame, it becomes a lot of other nasty things, when really it's just something that needs to be grieved so that you can fully move on. So really try not to be in shame or judgment for yourself, because there are reasons, right? There's reasons why we don't do certain things. And the Nine of Pentacles, even, it's asking you, where in your life do you feel like you're not worthy? Why do you feel like you don't deserve certain things that you deserve? What is it that you're telling yourself that keeps yourself small? Because you're divine. You are the cosmos, becoming aware of itself. You have access to immense capacity, infinite potential, right? And so this is just a moment of being like, okay, you still have life to live. You still have life to live. Grieve what is lost so that you can fully move on, so that you can right this wrong and take these steps in the right direction again, right? In the fourth week of September, we have the Two of Wands reversed. Um, so in the upright, let's just take a look at this in the upright. So in the upright, this is the power of choice, the power to look at two different doors that are in front of you, and to know that you can take either one, and that it's entirely up to your will and your own volition. And they'll take you different places, but ultimately, the choice itself doesn't matter because it's your power to make a choice that matters. So in the reverse, it's a little bit of analysis paralysis, maybe. Maybe you see two paths in front of you, and you go, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do." And maybe that's what part of this Fool reverse energy is about, and this Three of Swords energy is about, where it's like there have been times in your life where you may have been looking at two different doors, two different options for yourself, and it's a cultural story, right, that you can only walk through one door as well. I mean, you can do more things than one in your life. You have an entire life to live, right? Um, but this could be times in your life where you looked at two doors, or maybe even more than two. You got kind of freaked out because you didn't know how to make a choice, so you just chose not to make either choice, and you just stood at the threshold or sat at the threshold and just decided, okay, I'm just going to chill out here instead of going through these doors, right? Um, and so this might be asking you to rethink that a little bit, because you can always go through a door, decide you don't like it, and go through a new door. I mean, there's there's infinite options. It's infinite. And all you have to do is go through a door and see if you like it. Nothing is final, nothing's absolute, right? A lot of it is just your own ability to explore of your own volition and just allow things to be and change and take you places and see what happens, see what comes of it. You're not going to die. I mean, you will eventually, but all the more reason, right? All the more reason to walk through that door and see what's behind it. Um, it's interesting because it just feels like the world is standing still. Like the world is just standing still and you're just looking at it and you're just wondering, what am I doing here? I mean, these are really big questions, but it's the energy that I'm feeling. It's just so, so still. I feel like there's a really sobering moment for you where you might make a decision. That could also be the adjustment card. A decision can be made. Same with the Page of Swords, a decision can be made. Same with the Two of Wands and the Fool, decision. Um, but I feel that it's more about your relationship to making a decision than it is the decision itself. And that comes down to will, right? Will is the ability to choose. It's given to us. It's free will. So maybe it's your relationship with that power of choice. And I don't hate the stillness for you. It feels like it's giving you a moment to really sit in your own energy calmly without anxiety and look at these really intense energies and just see them for what they are. There's a clarity, there's a groundedness about it. If you guys have grounding practices, make sure you're doing them. The Two of Wands is paired with the Six of Swords, which is transition. It's sometimes making a decision as well. It's choosing to go from one place to the next. Specifically, it's moving from rockier waters to calmer waters. If you see the rockiness here in the corner, and then this calm water kind of ahead. But if you see, there's all these swords that are in the boat. There's these figures, and they look like they're cold, and they're shrouded in this blanket, and this figure is rowing, and so there's kind of this sense of like understanding your losses and moving forward. Moving forward to a newer and more pleasant experience. Sometimes when the energy is really heavy, it's kind of hard to talk. Moving to a newer and more pleasant experience, a calmer experience, which is contributing to this kind of calm feeling that this entire reading is bringing me. But yeah, what's important to understand here is that this is not a transition that's like going out with flying colors. This is more a transition that's like, I understand where I've been and where I need to go now. And not all of it was wonderful. Not all of it was pleasant, and that's okay. That's part of being human, right? Is it's hard, and we do it anyway because it offers us so much as well, right? And we have so much to offer. those of you that do um, chakra balancing or any kind of movement, meditation, or exercise, work your core this month, because I'm feeling all of this energy from my like the bowl of my pelvis up to my heart, and it's really powerful, specifically in my belly and in my chest. Work on those chakras if you do that. Do core building exercises if you do that. If you do any kind of movement, any kind of kundalini, utilize those things. Really bring your attention into your body, because that's where you can make the clearest decisions. Because your mind is first of all, it's plugged into the collective, so whatever is going on in the collective energy, your mind is also picking up on, especially in an area of social media, where we're just plugged into other people's brains all the time. So the mind is not the best metric for understanding where you're truly at. If you really do want to do this kind of self-assessment to really understand where you are, where you've been, and where you're going, you do need to bring your energy and your awareness into your body, because your body's always in the present moment and it can't lie. Your body's always telling you information. It's just the mind chooses not to listen a majority of the time, and it tends to be plugged into the collective rather than the individual. So bring your mind into your body, bring your energy into your body, and listen for your answers, for your clarity there. Make sure that you're grounding with the center of the earth, and then really work on your core. Any kind of movement, any kind of healing. What you want to do is you're trying to align your gut with your heart through your solar plexus, and find that alignment, because in this alignment, your heart always knows what it wants, right? But it can be hijacked by your mind. Your gut cannot be hijacked, and so if you align your heart with your belly, with your gut, that's where real truth is. That's where real truth is, which your mind can then interpret. But it starts here, and it moves through your heart. This is how we make decisions. This is how we stay in our authenticity. Okay, so remember that your heart and your belly are your best friends this month. I think they're always your best friends. But yeah, work on that. Work on that alignment. Work on that movement, because you just want to move stagnant, stuck energies out, so that you're clearing, and you're uncovering the greater truth and realities of those energies as you're clearing. Okay. Hope you guys have a great month. I get the sense that nothing may be decided this month. I think this is really a matter of understanding where you truly are and what you truly want as you move forward. It feels very transformative, and it feels like there's a lot of energetic movement, but you may not see that in your physical material world that much this month. But you've got the Six of Swords at the end, which is the beginning of movement. So you're gonna end up someplace. You're gonna go someplace. But I believe this is only the beginning for you, and this is your birthday month, right? So I mean, we're kind of looking at a year-long stretch here, in certain ways. So I hope you guys have a really transformative, productive month in September. I hope you find what you're looking for within yourself. Remember to approach everything that you brush up against, especially with this Three of Swords, this grief. Make sure you approach everything with compassionate curiosity, and that will keep you out of shame, blame, and judgment, okay? Of yourself. Really bring self-compassion to the fore. And make sure to like this video so that other people can see it. Hit subscribe if you want to see the next Virgo video, and I hope to see you guys next time. If you'd like to schedule a personal reading with me to see how these energies are playing out for you, if you just need some support because these are really heavy, intense energies, then make sure to schedule a reading with me. I will leave my website in the description box below, and you can do that. Okay, so I hope to see you guys next time.